Okay, so I hope everybody enjoyed the Rage and Fails compilation that I threw up for you just not so long ago. It was sort of sitting there doing nothing really. It wasn't quite completed and I needed the finished product to get cracking with it, and I used some gameplay towards the end which I added on, and some of the live stuff, which was obviously the guys who were doing the Blackworm. Attempting to do the Blackworm, but not really doing a fantastic job, but enough to get my hackles up and get me cross, which doesn't take very much at all. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Now the reason why I threw that video up first and not this video up is because I didn't want to fall in the cliche of, I said before in the last commentary, which I actually took down the video, I said during that video, you know, I just need to take some time out, and I don't want to look at the comment section and have people say, oh, you know, and throw sympathy my way, and then all of a sudden do the video and say, hey guys, I'm back, woo, embrace me, bow down and all that fucking shit. And that was no intention. And you know, the fact of the matter is, the message is, look, I'm not back, I haven't gone anywhere. It's just been an interesting weekend. It's been an interesting, frustrating and a slightly confusing weekend for me. And you know, I'm only human. You know, if you cut me open, I will bleed red blood. I'm not a robot, I'm not a cyborg, I'm not a fucking alien. I am a human being. And yeah, I'm like Mr. Bean sometimes, but you know, I have emotions and I have feelings and I have different sorts of emotions. I go wild, I go nuts, I lose my temper, and also I, you know, get a bit sad and a little bit down in the dumps. And that essentially was what this weekend was all about. And obviously, you know, it was down to a couple of bad choices with regards to maybe content, maybe things I'd said, maybe titling of videos and things like that. And everything just got a little bit messy and a little bit scrappy, and you know, some people obviously got their hackles up and some people got their sort of, I suppose, got a mixed message from the videos that I've been producing. And I've only got myself to blame for that. You know, a few people involved have been sort of messaging me and saying, oh, I'm so sorry, I feel responsible for this. Don't anybody feel responsible. It's my own fucking doing. I have to deal with how I run things, whether it be this, whether it be work, whether it be relationships or fatherhood or whatever. And sort of referring back to the fatherhood side of things, that was kind of almost really the you know, the sort of spark that ignited the fuel, because I think, you know, essentially I did put a lot of time and effort into the noob video, and while I was sort of doing some color correction, I told people this on Twitter because people were getting a bit frantic and, oh my god, please don't quit. And I kind of explained why I was, you know, sort of where I was in my head, because I was sitting there and I was doing some color correction, and my little bambino sort of wandered in the room, and she was like, hey dad, look, I want to show you this new dance I learned at ballet today. And I was kind of like, yeah, in a moment, hang on. No dad, look, it won't, no, hang on, just wait, I'll be with you in a moment. And I was fannying about and messing about, doing my bits and pieces, and she sort of pushed the case further, and I turned around and I snapped at her. Now, you know, it doesn't really make me a bad dad, it just makes me, you know, have bad judgments and things. And I sort of turned around, I didn't shout, but I just snapped at her a bit, and she sort of went off in a little bit of a sulk, essentially as 6-year-olds do. And then I kind of returned back to her once I'd finished my bits and pieces, took a breath of fresh air, sat down and said, right, okay, what was you talking about, this dance? And she sort of looked at me and said, it doesn't matter now. And I said, no, show me, come on. She said, no, you were doing that over there, just keep doing that. And I felt shit, you know, I felt really horrible. You know, by no means am I a bad dad. It's just, you know, my daughter's rounded, she's very well rounded, she's very well versed in school, she's doing well, she's bright. She's in all the top classes, she's, you know what I mean, she's a happy, balanced child. But sometimes you do these things and they make you think, my god, what the fuck was I thinking? Why didn't I just pay her that bit of attention? And of course, you know, a bad reaction from a video, obviously with the timing, it was just all about timing, and I took it all personally, and I was obviously, alcohol had a little bit to do with it, where it sort of stutters your judgment over things, and I just went a little bit fucking ballistic. Me went poco loco, dude. So yeah, so I did some things and said some things and titled videos some way, and I don't know, it was just all a little bit jaded to me. And the thing is, from that video yesterday, which like I say I took down, I wasn't really going to look at the comment section. I just put it up there and I sat down and took no notice of it, and then, you know, I sort of popped outside for a little bit, and I sort of clicked on the video, had a look, and the fucking messages of sort of support, and a couple of negatives, but that's to be expected, but the messages of support weren't just kind of like people saying, hey, you know, keep your chin up and I hope everything works out, which there was a lot of that and I appreciate it, but there was actually people like penning 97 lines worth of text you know, giving me supportive sort of encouragement and telling me why I shouldn't quit, which I never really said I was going to quit. It's just, you think about it, if you're old enough to be in employment, okay, say you have a bad day at work. For me, say for the sake of argument, I go to work, it's a horrible wet day, it's a muddy footing, I'm working in doing some foundations to a house, I'm up to my knees in shit, I've cut my hand, and you know, the guy I'm working with has got a fucking blistering hangover and he's a pain in the ass. And I come away from there after half a day when we've been rained off. I get in the car, drive home, literally not earned a penny, and I'm fucking fuming. And I'm driving home saying, man, I'm just going to quit my fucking job. You know, I'm so sick of this. It's just been a really shit day. I just want to get home and get pissed out of my face on whatever alcoholic drink I've got in the house to drown the day out. You know, it's just one of those things you're saying. It's only to the point when you sit and you talk to somebody, maybe your work colleague who, you know, aforementioned was a little bit drunk and has sobered up a little bit. You know, you say to him, oh, this is what I'm feeling. And he'll come back and say, look, you know, forget it. The footing will be done. 2 days, we're out of there, and then we're cracking on. We've got this to go at. And it sort of wakes you up a little bit. And you say, yeah, okay, you know, it's a little bit of counselling. And I guess in some respects I probably just needed that, maybe. I don't know. It's like, it's not really like I can turn around to the missus and say, oh, babe, you know, my weekend on YouTube has been absolute. She'll just turn around and go, I don't give a fuck. You're boring me now, so shut up, I'm watching telly. Because, you know, she doesn't really care about this. This is my own little baby that I'm growing of my own. So, you know, the only people who do kind of understand and respectfully can sort of, I suppose, throw some light on things is you guys and other YouTubers and things like that. So the support I had was pretty damn positive, and to everybody involved, thank you very much. I'm fine now, you know, I've sort of manned up. There was some tough love in the comments there as well. People saying, just grow a fucking pair of balls. Jesus, you've had some bad criticism, so what? Deal with it, draw a line under it and move on is like, you know, a common business term. And that's effectively what I sort of looked at and thought, yeah, you're absolutely right. You know, I just need to wake up, shake up, and ship the fuck out, because I'm I'm all over the place. But you know what? Today's a new day, and I'm feeling good, and I'm feeling positive, and I'm just ready to crack on. The thing is, I need to do is choose my timings a little bit better. If Little Miss Apocalypse is wandering around the house doing dances for me, I put the headset down, I turn around and I watch her dance, and then when she's busy, I turn my head back here and I just finish what I'm doing, and that will stop all the aggression and anger of feeling like I failed her, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, thank you very much everybody for your support, and let's just continue on. We'll draw a line under it and we will move on. Apocalypse done. Martyrdoms love me, predators love me, everything loves me. Woo! Well, thanks for coming, teammates. It's been a pleasure having you on board. My aim is absolutely fucking atrocious. But that was fun.